Detroit State of Mind is on the bucket. What is that, Jess?
What?
You have like a Windows setup screen.
Listen, don't fucking
You're not
judge,
even doing
bro.
anything with that laptop.
1995 called, and they
Fucking
do
lies.
want my laptop
Anyway,
back. Fuck
Detroit
off.
State of Mind episode 79 is on the air. We got the Formal Nightmare in the fucking house. Woo. You guys just melted our fucking faces, dude. You guys are collectively virtuosos on them fucking instruments, man. I'm like, oh my God.
Rich was very excited, you
Dude,
guys.
my blood pressure's through the roof right now. You have no idea.
I'm glad you liked it, man.
I don't think I've ever
Loved
seen
it.
him react like that. That was weird.
I'm sweating. I'm
He
literally
is.
sweating.
No, it's nice to see reaction because, we've been at this for almost a decade, and the crowds we usually see, they have this look on their faces like,
They don't know how to react to you?
yeah, and then like lately, post-COVID, I should say, they've been like moshing a lot now, but like even there's still some people that are just like, that's happening right now.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
coming
Especially
back.
during our live shows. I mean, you guys were talking earlier about with Rico about his drum set. We like that drum set too, so we let him do a drum solo at all of our shows.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you should. You should. Now, now you guys can't see the drum set quite yet. You can hear us. Please explain the drum set because it is one of the prettiest drum sets that I have ever seen.
Should
and I
we
fell in
introduce the band first?
love.
Figure
You know
out
what?
who's who?
Let's introduce the drum set first because
Jesus
no, I'm
Christ.
just kidding. Yeah, who are you guys?
I'm Juan Garcia, the bassist of the Formal Nightmare.
I am Rico Ortiz, drummer for the Formal Nightmare.
I'm Ramiro Rivera, the guitarist for the Formal Nightmare.
Right on,
Nice.
man.
All right, go ahead. Talk about the fucking drums, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk.
Let's talk about the
Yes.
acrylic drum set, his pride and joy.
Yeah.
Mention
Yeah, so,
Legos too.
I mean, like you brought them out, and I was just shocked. Just beautiful, clear, jewel. Tell me more about it.
She's
because-
showing love for the drum nerds out
Absolutely,
there.
absolutely. So this drum kit I've built over literally the past 10 years. It's an acrylic drum kit, so there's the shells are completely see-through. It's like glass or something.
So
I wanted
shiny.
yes,
Until you scratch
absolutely
it.
Beautiful. There's tiny scratches on there. It's my gig kit. I don't by any means just like I don't get all weird about it. I play these drums, you know.
Okay.
But I take good care of them. But for me, it's like a two-part show, right? Like you guys saw it, and I'll be a little cocky. I know I got the chops, so I set those drums up, and everybody always looks. They're
I mean,
like,
you're
"Wow,
okay."
Those are so pretty, yeah, right?
Just fucking with you, man.
He's all right.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Don't get him a big
But-
head.
Yeah, your head's giant right now.
So I bust those out. Obviously, it's a whole look, and then
It is.
then I throw down on them, and it's even better. But yeah, so the shells on the toms and the kick are acrylic. And then I have a snare drum. Looks like it's like a pink Matchbox car from the 90s.
That thing is
It's
cool
like
looking, dude.
Pink and black, yeah, it's
It is
real cool.
beautiful.
It sounds freaking great back here,
Tell
too,
us
man.
where you got that from so that people can know where to get that.
Okay, so the snare drum, that was from a store called Cymbal Fusion. It's down in Texas, and it's a brass snare drum, but it's pink because it's got automotive lacquer on it. So it's like what you
Nice.
would put on a car or
So
a
is that
motorcycle.
is that a custom paint job on there? Or?
It is. They did like a run of like 100 of them.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
And they did like two different sizes. So I guess there's like 200 of them out there.
Is that where the double kick comes from, too? Same company? Or?
No, the double kick, that's 50th anniversary Tama, Iron Cobra. So everybody loves Iron Cobras. They're sick.
Yeah,
kick
right.
pedals. For the 50th, which was this past year, they did like a tie-dye, where they dip
Oh, yeah.
in the water.
Yeah.
So they had like a psychedelic pattern, red, yellow,
So cool.
blue, all the colors. And they just dipped those pedals, at least the metal components, into that, and then they
It
come
looks
out.
like you may have bought it at the same company because, I mean, it's similar looking.
all
Whatever,
those all those things. It looks they work together, but they're all from like years apart. I got the drums in 2015, the snare drums from like 2022, and I just got that kick pedal like 2 months ago. Oh,
That kick
a month
pedal
ago.
is awesome. I've never seen anything like it. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, I love them.
We're going to show pictures on the show. I'm definitely taking
Okay.
pictures and video of that,
Please
that
do.
kit. It's probably one of the prettiest kits I've seen.
I appreciate that. I take
Yeah.
pride in those drums.
So what do you play just normally?
So my background is in drumline. So I started off. If you ever seen Drumline the movie with Nick Cannon, I watched that movie and I was
No, I
like,
like chicks, dude.
Sorry, I like women. Sorry.
But I started playing snare drum when I was in high school, And then I went through all sorts of drum lines. I did competitive drum lines, indoor drum lines, traveled the country competing, doing drum line stuff. Eventually, you age out of that stuff, 22, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pick up drums. I was starting to take drum lessons. I didn't take it real seriously, I'm going to be honest. My favorite band, personally, and it's very far from these guys, but Van Halen.
Hello. Yay.
I heard Hot for
Trash.
Teacher.
I agree.
Shut up.
Trash.
I'm fighting both.
See, now we're on the same page, man.
I'll die on this hill.
Yes.
Well, you just may.
I'll fight with you.
So I heard Hot for Teacher, and I was like, wait, so that's what you can do with a double kick? So that's when I really started taking it seriously. And then I met, if I may go on a little tangent, it was pretty random how I met Ram. Because I met Ram first. We did a manufacturing class.
Yeah, I was going for my degree in mechanical engineering technology at Eastern Michigan University.
Fancy.
So you went to school?
pants.
All y'all went to school together, or?
No, well,
They did.
well, me and Juan went to high school together, but we'll get into the origin of the band a little later. But for right now, on the tangent, me and Rico both went to Eastern. Okay, he was going to the College of Business. I was going for engineering, and he just randomly had to come into my building, and we just kind of were like helping each other, and we just started talking. And I'm like, he's like, where you from? I'm like, I'm Lincoln Park. He's like, I live in Wyandotte. I'm like, and then he just talked about drums. I'm like, you ever thought about being in a band? He's like, dude, I've always wanted to be in a band. And I'm like, don't say that out loud, because motherfuckers would be in 3 or 4 different bands as a drummer. Dog.
Dude,
Don't say that out loud, bro.
Even funnier, the class was really cliquey. And it was the second class, and it was the only class I had to take. So I jumped in on the second class, and everybody already had like their little groups, and I'm like, shit, I gotta find somebody. Like,
Yeah, you were
I
not
see
in
this guy.
engineering.
He was wearing a Fender shirt, and I'm like, all right, that's something.
That's your guy.
Like, yo, bro, you
Music.
play guitar, right?
What gave it away?
But then it just went from there, and then we all converged.
So the drum line. So you were talking earlier about a specific drum line that you were playing with those drums, and somebody who was very famous that has. Now, was he playing those drums or?
Yes. So I have been a member of the Lions drum line, Detroit Lions drum line, for about 10 years. I was
So a
drum
lot of
captain.
losing seasons, didn't you,
A
homie?
lot of losing ones. The last 2 were kind of fun though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
For
a
real.
real one. He's a real one for holding out.
Oh yeah,
man.
Right.
real one for real. I've been there through the mud. In any case, so I was in the drum line. When we started getting hot, all of a sudden celebrities would be showing up, like at these games.
Like Hingle McCringleberry.
Yeah, like Keegan Michael.
Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah, like showed up, like all sorts of TikTok stars, like
Yeah.
these random people. But then one day they were like, they send out an email and they're like, we need to backline a drum kit. It needs to be DW, and it needs to be these sizes. And I'm like, what's
Who
that
the hell
for?
is this? Yeah.
And I get a phone call from my manager, and he's like, dude, really awesome thing that's about to be happening. Chad Smith's about to be drumming with us, like playing
Chad
along
Smith
with us.
from the Red Hot
Yes.
Chili Peppers. Yes.
Yes. And so they were like, we need a drum kit. Like, we could rent one, but don't you have like drums? And I was like, look no further. Like, I got the drums. I got
Hell
the
yeah.
DW drum kit. Like, he can use them. He can hit them as hard as he wants. Like, it's
Yes.
all good.
So did you get to meet him or no?
Yes, it was very brief because the
He's
way
a
it
rock
works-
star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but he's a local boy though, man.
Yeah, he is. He was with his family. No joke, he didn't rehearse with us. Like, we would fill in.
It's Chad
for
Smith. They don't have to,
Yeah,
man.
exactly, yeah. And dude, he probably was with us collectively. We did it 2 years in a row. So last season and this season. And I probably collectively talked to him for about 5 minutes. But man, that guy is a dude. He's cool.
Oh, yeah.
He is cool as hell.
Does he look like Will Ferrell?
He does. Have you ever
We-
seen the clip of him and Will Ferrell on SNL?
Playing drums?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You can't even tell them apart.
My
Slight
entertainment.
tangent though. Have you seen the Saturday Night Live stuff on Peacock, like the little documentary stuff?
No.
They did a whole hour-long special on the "Don't Fear the Reaper" skit they did.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And like, those are real dudes in Blue Oyster Cult, but then Will Ferrell's character is made up.
Yeah.
They got Chad Smith to dress up like that.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
the elder version of him. I was
Right.
laughing so hard on that motherfucker. dude.
Elder
awesome.
version. Aren't they the same age?
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's supposed to be like he died in 2000.
Oh.
And Will Ferrell's supposed to be in the 70s when they recorded that Don't
Gotcha.
Fear the Reaper. So
Gotcha.
yeah, go on, Rico.
that
But,
is funny.
It was funny. They actually told me and my manager, and then eventually the entire drum line. They were like, "Yeah, don't actually mention anything about the Will Ferrell thing. Just don't."
Oh, I bet. It probably annoys them.
It's probably like fuck that
At
guy.
this point, yeah, it probably does. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's Will Ferrell.
He does look like Will
Dude, if
Ferrell,
you throw the
though.
same hat and shirt on, they look identical,
They
though.
do. Isn't that weird, though?
Especially behind the same drum kit. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
They're not. You know what? Will Ferrell is not that bad on the drums either. Like he's no Chad Smith, obviously,
No.
but he's turned my head. I was like, what? Will Ferrell, really?
He's got nothing else to do, man.
Well-
Make shitty movies.
You know what? I like Will Ferrell movies. Stop it.
And they're hit or
I mean,
miss,
Step
right?
Brothers was cool.
Step Brothers. and
Anchorman's an important milestone
really
in the culture.
is.
man.
I hated that
Ricky
movie.
Bobby.
Really?
I was not a fan of that one, man.
Really? Dude,
No.
Everyone our age fucking love that movie.
Really?
We
I
reference
tried.
that fucking movie for so much, man.
Rich is
It's
weird.
called Sex Panther. It's illegal in 9 countries. Made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
Exactly.
I'm like, how can you not like that shit? That's just hilarious.
That
as fuck.
scene was good. We walked out like, it smells
fine.
like an Indian food and diaper or some shit.
So bass player, tell me about your bass. That's 5-string you got going
That's a
on
6-string,
there.
ain't it?
Yeah, it's a 6-string.
Oh, I didn't even see that
Yeah.
6th string. So
Pay
carry
attention
on.
next
'Cause it's
time.
too
Carry on.
fast.
Shut up, Rich. Carry on.
It's
I don't even need to be here.
ES,
I can just leave. Sorry.
it's a
Good.
ESP LTD B206 with active pickups.
I think you're the first bass player that I've seen down here. Well, since I've been here, that has played a 6-string.
Yeah, I've never
So-
seen one down here.
No,
No, I have not.
it's pretty interesting.
It's pretty badass.
I know.
He did it as a flex.
Yeah, you guys.
He only played 4 of them.
Surprisingly,
The other 2 weren't even in tune.
you guys are really like you guys are thrashing out there. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not really into like the screamo stuff, but when you see good talent in front of you, and you have a trained ear, like it was wow. You know, Rich's neighbors. I'm surprised the cops aren't here. However, we did
Yeah,
have
whatever. Fuck them.
we did have Solar Monolith here, and they were like nuts, dude.
Yeah, there was dust falling from the ceiling. Like, it was stupid. They're
Oh, man.
twice as loud as you guys.
Two-man band. You guys have to check out Solar Monolith.
Oh, wow.
They're awesome. So, Rich, got any more questions? Come on, baby.
Oh, no, we're done. Bye.
This has been Detroit State of Mind podcast.
What about Ram? We didn't get to Ram. What about his gear?
I'm not that important.
Oh, no. You're definitely important, man. Come on now.
Okay, it's an LTD.
What are you playing through? What you got?
It's an LTD M10. I put in Vader Seymour Duncan pickups on that thing with my my Black Star amp head and a very cheap Marshall cab I got from Guitar Center.
Hey, whatever works, dude.
But I try to keep it simple. Sometimes Juan likes to say you should get like a 7 or 8 string guitar. We could do more melodic death metal. I'm like, maybe later, but not right now. I'm very simple. I'm very, by the bones.
Yeah.
Just meat and potatoes. I grew up. When I first got into guitar, the reason I picked up a guitar was Houston, 1977, Kiss playing there. I saw Ace
Nice.
Frehley's guitar solo on the Kissology DVDs from Best Buy, and I'm like, yeah, I want to play guitar.
Hey, did you see the Kiss photos I got up on the wall?
Yes, I see
They're-
a lot. There's Gene and Ace
Yeah,
right
they're
there,
from-
and I saw Paul Stanley over there.
Yeah,
That's-
my
that's
buddy-
during the
It was the Kiss Alive.
75 Kiss Alive, yeah.
Yeah, my buddy was a photographer back then. These are all from Kobo and shit, man.
That's crazy.
I
My
bugged
uncle-
him 6 months to get that shit.
My uncle used to fucking scalp tickets back in the day, man.
Hell yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories about those days, man. At the Olympia and
Yeah.
Kobo and all that stuff, the Michigan Theater.
The good old days.
So one of the things I think that is pretty cool about the three of us is our music, like our favorite bands. If you ask our favorite bands, he's already
are they?
mentioned.
Do
hey,
tell.
what is your favorite bands?
Okay. So, like I said, I have weird phases going through, as a kid, because my parents were born in the 70s, so they're the MTV generation. They were there for that whole thing. So a lot of my early stuff, I really like Metallica and stuff. But when I started, like, really honing in on my guitar taste, it was Kiss. Then it hit my teenage years, and I really like that emo stuff, like My Chemical Romance, The
Okay,
Used.
yeah.
And then I got to high school, and I was like, System of a Down and Death and Cannibal Corpse. And I'm just like, okay, now
that's your thing.
Now we're warping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of that also has to do with how I met Juan. We met in gym class. I had a Kiss shirt on and started doing beaner shit. So
Did you say beaner shit?
Let's talk
Whoa,
about
whoa. I need to know what that means. I don't know what that means,
that. We
man.
know what that
we're just
means.
trying to identify each other. He asked me, like, where are you from? I'm like, Texas. He's like, where your family from? I'm like, Texas. He's
Oh, he's
like,
scoping you out.
He's like, okay, you're cool.
I literally told him You're one of Mexico's stolen children. I know you are.
I know you, man. Like,
He
I
was
know.
waiting for you to say Pablo, Mexico. So you guys, so let's talk about that because you guys seem to be a little ethnic, and that is something that I find very, very cool. Is when people from other ethnicities really take to that just rock and roll, and whether it's blues, rock and roll, punk, whatever. It's so cool to me. So I think that is very cool. Are you guys? What city are you guys from?
Well, I live in Lincoln Park. They're from Wyandotte.
Okay, Lincoln
But,
Park and Wyandotte.
But our roots do stem from like Mexico or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was born in Laredo, Texas. Juan was born in Jalisco. And Rico, he's from Detroit, but his father was born in Mexico City.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of roots in that whole thing.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. That's cool, man.
but we're all downriver rats here. All three
Right
of
on.
us.
Yep. Me too, unfortunately.
Oh, where are you from?
Yeah, I'm not.
Dearborn Heights. So
there- okay.
DH.
yeah, the DH. Yep.
The nice part or Van Born?
Van Born. But the nice part of Van Born, might I say.
Okay.
What, the other side of the street?
Yes.
That's
The other
fucking
side
funny
of
you call her
Telegraph.
out.
Away from the sunny side.
I swear,
Mart,
I
McKay
swear to
Mart.
you, right on the a
was
mile
so
down.
good.
No, it's the weirdest thing because a mile down on the other side of Telegraph, like that is where the bad part is. Van Born.
That's where my cousin's from. So that's why I knew. I'm like, which part? motherfucker? How
then-
dirty are you?
And then yeah, right? Dirty, honey. And then the other side is where I'm
no
at.
idea.
It's everybody takes care of their lawns. It's there's not too many domestic fights going on. Or
Everything's okay,
neighborhood.
guys.
Everything's okay, man. So yeah. So that's where I'm from. But anyway.
So when did the Formal Nightmare kind of get together and start practicing, jamming, writing songs, all that?
So the order, me and Ram met first. It was in 2015.
We guys just
20
writing, between the two of y'all, or
So they already.
So-
wait, yeah.
I'll say it. So me and Juan, we met in high school. Like I said, in 2008. Okay, so we started bonding on like what kind of music we like. He started showing me stuff. I showed him some stuff, but he's like, kind of whack, but whatever. But he's a death
Let's
metal
build
head.
on it.
Yeah, but like let's build on it. But like I started really liking like Death and Cannibal Corpse, Obituary, and I'm like, hey, we should start a band. But like in those days, a lot of kids were into like Day to Remember and Bring Me the Horizon, and we were just like, that sucks.
yeah,
Fuck
dumb
them.
shit.
Stupid as fuck.
I don't even know who those are.
I don't either.
But like trying to find like a drummer to like do that whole thing, it just didn't work out. So years go on, we're entering our 20s, and that's how I met Rico. And me and Juan were thinking about like, hey, I met this drummer, maybe we should try and do something again. And Juan's like, of course, I want to do that. And so he picked up bass, I picked up my guitar, and we started meeting up more and more in 2015.
Have you always been a three-piece, or do you ever have anybody else involved?
We did
or?
have a fourth member.
His face.
Oh,
Here,
It
Juan,
shall
Juan.
not be named.
here comes the dirt.
He shall not be named, but he was a friend of mine from elementary school. Like I knew the dude.
Yeah.
He wanted to be involved. He really, I really believe.
Oh, it's
he
about time
wanted
you got
to.
here.
Hi,
Hi, this is Lauren.
hi, Lauren.
She's gonna sit. She was just looking at a house. She's gonna sit in too and bug the shit out of you guys.
Perfect.
You're gonna have to find a seat around here, Lauren.
Wait, hang on. I got you. Talk amongst yourselves. Keep going.
Okay, sure. But yeah, so yeah, we had a friend. He wanted to be in it, and he stuck around for a little bit, but then he stopped showing up.
That's how it goes.
And then, like,
bands.
I would say
I'm still trying to be like nice because I'm like, no, he really wanted to play, and Juan's like, fuck him, kick him out. He's not
Kick
doing
him
shit.
out.
Kick him out.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, all right. We're like, you know what? Finally, I'm like, you know what? I've offered to pick you up
Yeah.
from Dearborn Heights all the way over to here, in Wyandotte where we're practicing at his house. I'm like, you're not contributing. And then you come back with the one song you kind of wrote. You see that we changed it. And I'm like, sorry, man, you haven't been here for 3 months. And then finally, I texted him like, you're just out of the band. He got all mad, and then he stopped talking to us for a while.
No, I texted him first.
Band stuff. Let me tell
We
you.
both texted him, I think.
Was it at the same time? Because I
Probably
remember,
because I told him.
I
like,
remember texting him. It's been really great to have you on here, but having a show, it's like you're gonna kick me out the band. Yeah,
We're going in a different direction.
we're going in a different
obviously.
direction.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
No, it's actually you.
Yeah.
I know all about band
I
drama.
mean, it sucked, but like it's whatever. But like we played one show with him. It was our very first show. It was our friend Christian's band, who was in Swell Times Dude at the time. And they're like, yeah, let's come play our show, whatever. Come play my birthday, and we played, and like That was the only performance was where I was like, we did not do a good job. And
Where
honestly,
was it at?
It was at their house. It
Oh,
was,
okay.
It was a basement birthday show.
Okay, all right.
But still, I'm like, this is our debut. Like, let's.
But as long as you learn from that and get better,
We
like,
did.
like
And
okay,
then
we
we
sucked.
kicked that
We
dude out.
can't do that shit
Oh,
again.
We did, and
man.
we kicked that dude out. Right, Juan?
Aw.
Yep. We told him to learn one song. He said he was going to learn the lyrics to it.
And he completely
He
fucked
lied.
it. Yeah.
I've been there.
If I remember correctly,
Well, that was a fucking lie.
he was doing a lot but he was doing a lot of the lyrics at that point, and at the show, like, froze up, like, sat on his amp and then didn't sing any of the lyrics for any of the songs, which
And like he didn't even do it cool. Like he sat on the amp and like kind of turned away from the crowd.
Oh, no.
Which is
Pull the Jim Morrison or some shit.
kind of, but just not cool. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, we can't do that.
That's
again.
kind of
So,
embarrassing, actually.
it
then.
is embarrassing.
Yeah.
That, like I said, that our first show after that was a 3-piece was at the Precinct on Michigan and Junction. It's a little shit spot, and even I thought like that was like a great time. And I got knocked down from the pit when I was playing my guitar and my shit got unplugged. They were still going hard, and I plugged it back in, and we cut.
See, that's
how
bad.
you
You
do it.
never
Kick right
stop.
back on.
That's rock and roll,
Right.
baby.
I remember that. I told him, hey, Ramiro, don't you want to put your pedals on the stage? He's like, no, the mic's on over here on the floor. I think
Right.
I'll be fine.
What could happen?
What could happen?
I looked,
And
I
it
was
was our
like-
friend Mike from Swell Times, dude, going too hard in the paint. He knocked me over. I'm like, thanks, man.
You know,
Dick.
that reminds me of this time I watched a clip of Glitter Trash. We were just talking about the punk scene about 10 years ago, and Glitter Trash was out there, and they were making a wave. And Genitalia, the singer, she was up there doing her thing, and they were playing, and I don't know, the drummer pissed her off, and she kind of just fell into the drum kit, punched the drummer in the face twice, knocked cymbals over, all kinds of shit.
Damn.
They got up immediately and kicked back into the song, and I was like, that's the baddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Holy shit.
That's
like
professional
there
right
was
there.
a full-on fist fight between the singer and the drummer just for about 5 seconds, and then they went back to playing. How the drummer even pulled it off without playing, probably playing the correct cymbals or whatever.
I would have beat the fuck out of that other person. I'll tell you that much.
You know what? The show must go on, and it did. And it was such a fun show. And at the end of the show, they'd have this big, full garbage bag full of glitter, and the shit would just float in the air, and they would throw it all around, and it was pretty fucking
That's some
magical.
ICP Fago shit that annoy the fucking
Oh
the
man,
venue.
I love. Yeah, totally annoying.
Yeah.
Whoever had to clean that venue after Glitter Trash was completely 100% annoyed, pissed off, mad. It probably took well over an hour.
You ever been to a strip club?
Do I
That
have-
glitters on your fucking face
Kinda.
and body for years.
Years.
You can go through car washes. Like, it ain't coming off, man.
I'm never going to a strip club. I hate glitter, dog. I hate it so much.
Dude.
If it gets anywhere, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah. I feel pretty.
oh, so pretty.
Strip clubs are hilarious. So I'll tell you a funny story. A couple of months ago, I was working at a bar, and there was this. He was like a local manager for a bunch of strip clubs, and he's
Hi,
like,
Lauren.
hey, I need a bartender for this particular strip club, and it was like a dirt ass strip club, right? And I'm like,
Hell yeah, brother.
And I thought, well, why are you asking me this? And then I
Nice
was like,
C-section scar.
and then I thought, yeah, hold on, it gets better. Then I thought, well,
How's it better than that?
oh my god, hold just a second. So I'm like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. The next day I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it's not going to be temporary. Yeah, I can use the extra money. I'm thinking if I make this much money at the bar, I could probably double that at a titty bar, right? So I go into
Lauren
this.
knows all about that.
Oh my god! So I go into the titty bar,
Gotta work the
and
gloves, man.
and within 20 minutes, I'm like screaming at this other bartender because she's chesting up to me because she's all blah blah blah. Anyway, so the girls come out on the stage, and back in the 90s,
Bitches.
this because I'm older. Back when we were younger, the strippers would come out and they would dance, they would move, they would make eye contact with you. How I know? Because I've been there. I'm not a stripper, but I've been there with my guy.
Were
friends.
you?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway,
Oh, Jesus.
probably not. No, I wasn't. So, anyway, so
Tell me a long story.
No, I'm sitting
Jesus
there,
Christ.
and all
Get
of a
to the
sudden,
point.
I know.
all of
No,
a
no,
sudden,
keep
this
going, keep
chick
going.
gets up on stage, and I'm like, this bitch is pregnant. This
Oh,
chick
no.
was like 7.5 months pregnant.
Cap, you're lying, man.
I swear to God,
Stop
and
lying.
I'm not lying. I was like, "Oh my God!" And so after an 8-hour shift,
gross.
and not making anywhere near what I thought, I was like, "Dude," I called the guy up and I was like, "What made you think I was a good fit for this place?" First of all, I think I'm offended.
you have this kind of look. That
Yeah,
you
because
think
your
you
white
just-
trash game is strong.
You know
girl.
what?
Damn.
Fuck you, Rich. It kind of is strong. That's fine. I accept it. It's fine.
Hey, she's
but
from the
anyway,
other side of Telegraph,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I-
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the
I
Van
am.
Born area.
I am from the Van Born area.
We'll never forget
so-
that. It's so good.
That was perfect, man. Perfect. So anyway, yeah, that was my story. I won't say which one it was, but that completely ruined everything. Every strip club I've ever been in prior to that was ruined because now I'm like, I sat there for 8 hours, and the men that would walk in with their jaws going like this, back and forth, and I'm like, oh my
that's a lot
God,
of cocaine.
dude.
Holy crap.
Oh my God. You want to talk about some shit? I saw some shit in that 8 hours I was there. I would never go back. As a matter of fact,
8 hours.
8
Oh,
hours.
Hell no.
In
8
a row?
hours.
That's enough, man.
in a row. It was the worst shit ever. Don't do it.
Gross.
Carry on.
Well, yeah. There's something I didn't want to know about you.
Thanks for all the detail. We really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Let's go get the views going.
There you go.
TikTok. Let's go, boys.
That won't work.
Well, it works better than Rich's, so.
Bitch.
Boom. Sorry.
Lauren, ask him a question. Anything. Just so she stops talking.
Shut up,
Oh,
Rich.
Anyone selling a house?
You have to lean in more.
I am, but it's
Oh,
$350,000.
no, thank you.
Lean in more than Mike.
Oh my God,
Can't
I'll
hear
pull
you.
it to my mouth then.
Huh? Gobble that thing.
Rich.
I don't know. I missed your guys' set. How many songs did you play?
We played 8 songs.
Nice.
Yeah. So
It seems like you played more.
some of them were kind of long.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure. There was like some pauses at the end. I might have to send it to like one of y'all and just to make sure.
Yeah, you'll send it to me. you
Okay.
know. I usually take care of all that stuff anyway, so just
Okay.
send it to me. But
Yeah, because I'm looking. I'm like, it looked like 10. I'm like,
no, we played 8 songs. So
Okay.
there were some that paused. We try to not try and sound so generic as much as we can.
Who's the huge Slayer fan, by the way? I want to know. Which one? Anyone? There you are.
Them. That's him. Me.
All right.
That's me.
I could tell.
he kind of looks like the lead singer of Slayer a little bit.
A little bit. So the bass player looks like the lead singer of Slayer, but you guys have definitely a Slayer
Dude,
sound,
you,
and I love it.
you need to pull that when you're at the bar or something like that.
Yeah. Just
get-
start breaking out
Yeah.
into Slayer. Dude, people would lose their shit.
We have thought about it.
You should.
Just get masked or die by the sword.
Just a 30-second.
Satan watches all of us.
Yes, exactly.
So do you guys do any cover songs at all or no?
Oh yeah, we've done a couple. We're actually for our release show coming up on May 10th. We're actually doing 2 covers. We're gonna do "Symptom of the Universe" by Black Sabbath, and I don't know if you heard us. I don't know if you recognized it, but we did the instrumentals earlier to practice "We Die Young" by Alice in Chains.
I did not.
I recognized something,
Yeah.
and I was like, I know that song.
That
but
song sounds familiar. We just didn't sing it, but yeah, we're gonna do those. And then we've done "Paranoid" by Black Sabbath. We've done "Hellbent for Leather" by Judas Priest. We like all that older stuff.
Black Sabbath, thank you. Rich is weird, and he doesn't like Black Sabbath.
I don't. I'm sorry.
We're leaving.
He's kind of fucked
That-
up.
well,
My favorite.
was-
That's
nice.
it. I'm leaving.
I know. I get it, man. I just don't.
No, it's-
just don't like Sabbath.
It's okay, man.
Something's
It's all
wrong
right.
with him.
Not everyone likes everything.
I'm gonna die on that hill too, just like homie.
Not everyone likes everything. That's just it is what it is.
Favorite rap artist? Go.
Favorite rap artist?
Yep.
MF Doom.
What? Somebody said that before.
Give us a
I'd
sample.
also say Guru or
Anything that I would know, I'm old.
I say Guru. Do you like Gangstar?
I'm not familiar either. Keep going.
We're older.
Keep going back. I'm
That's the
53,
90s,
dude.
dog. Come on.
Just say Tupac, man.
I said
Yeah, just say Tupac.
I said Guru. If you don't know Gangstar, stop talking to me. All right. No more hip hop.
First of all, the correct answer is Public Enemy, and that's it.
No.
It's
no.
public. It's Chuck D. Public Enemy.
It's
and
Run
that is
DMC.
it.
He's lying.
No.
Yeah,
no.
for me, it's Childish Gambino.
Of course you.
Really like Childish Gambino.
I don't know who that is.
He's a newer guy.
It's Donald
Okay.
Glover.
It's who?
Donald Glover.
Donald
Yeah.
Glover?
Is he an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also.
He was
a
on the
rapper.
Community.
Oh, I don't watch TV either.
Me
He was in
either.
a few movies too. He played Lando.
Is that Danny Glover's kid?
No,
No
absolutely
relation.
not.
Oh,
I thought it was.
I don't know.
Definitely not.
Okay. Favorite rap artist?
Tyler the Creator.
My daughter. My
Fair
daughters both love that guy. They went and
My
seen
daughter
him
does,
at
too.
a concert.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him, but apparently he's all the fad.
He's been around a minute. You know, I like Tyler the Creator too, but I like a lot of his older stuff. But his newer stuff's really great.
I think
Definitely check him out.
I stopped listening to rap when Lil Wayne, like I love Lil Wayne.
I kinda like
Missy
that guy.
Elliott. I love Lil Wayne and I love Missy Elliott. I think
Missy Elliott, she's wearing that trash bag still.
Yes, I hope so. Oh my
yeah.
God, she's my
Hell yeah,
favorite.
brother.
Yeah, she's my favorite. She is my favorite. Pass that
Is she all
Dutch.
skinny
Pass
now?
that Dutch. Yeah, she is. Ozempic does a lot for those Hollywood people.
You know, people that were like Drew Carey, whatever, like people that were larger, then they get all skinny. They look weird to me, man.
Yes.
They do.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, what
yeah.
the hell? That's not John Goodman anymore.
Do you
No.
watch him on The Righteous Gemstones? Anybody watch The Righteous Gemstones?
No.
I don't watch TV, but I will take time out to watch that show.
I don't
It's
know
got
what that is.
Walton oh my God, you guys. It's filthy and it's funny and it's got the cast basically from like Eastbound and Down.
Can you shut that
shit.
laptop? You're just faking shit right now.
I am. So
You're not
It's
typing
doing
anything.
nothing.
I know because I'm having a conversation, dick face. So actually,
Switch face.
so it's the guys. It's the cast from like Eastbound and Down, and
Yeah.
there's like the principals and stuff like that, and they are so funny. But The Righteous Gemstones is my absolute favorite show right now. Walton Goggins is in it. You guys want to? I'm going to warn you. There's a lot of full frontal, and it's not female.
bush?
No, it's male. They show a lot of
Gross.
balls and dick. I don't know why, but I love it
It's
so
art.
much. Walton Goggins. It's season 4, episode 4, scene 1.
You can just stop. I'm not
No,
going to be
listen.
watching this.
And this is why I got to tell you, he gets out he's on skis and he's water skiing, and they have close-up shots of his wang.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
not
No,
just
I'm
the
not
front,
watching
but the
that.
back. No,
Sweet
you gotta
hog,
watch
bro.
it.
Is it funny?
Yes, it is so damn funny. I highly recommend it. You guys gotta watch it. It's called The Righteous Gemstones. But anyway, John
Yeah, you want to see a
Goodman-
bunch of dicks? Watch
Ja-
whatever she's talking about.
You guys will love it. John
Said
Goodman.
no one ever.
He is in that show, and he's all skin and bones now. And it's not the John Goodman that
Well, I mean,
you remember.
he's freaking old though, too, though. So
Right. They all
Yeah.
lose weight
They
eventually.
need to find a happy medium. They don't need to lose all of it.
Right. They really don't. They really don't.
Fill
You
it
guys
in
ever
there.
see John Goodman in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I love
God,
that
he's the
movie.
traveling Bible salesman.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's my favorite movie of
He
all
was,
time.
He was the Cyclops.
Yes.
In regards to the Odyssey.
Oh, awesome.
I've,
Yeah.
I've seen that movie a million times. In constant sorrow.
Yes.
So
yes.
But yeah.
so good. So what would you say is probably like one of the favorite bands you guys have played with since you've been on the circuit, so to speak?
Man, there's been a lot of bands we don't even around anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what about something recent then?
Well, going back pre-COVID, I remember we played with a lot. We did a pretty extensive, I guess, we did a lot of shows downriver, and there was one called Ogama County.
Oh yeah, have you had those
they were
guys here
very
before?
sick.
I've not heard of them.
You should reach out to them. They're actually really cool.
They're
man.
still around.
Okay.
They're still around, but they were really sick. And of
What
course, I'm
so
always,
like what kind of music though?
They're metal, but
Okay.
they had a little bit of a southern.
yeah, like a southern metalcore.
I like
type
that.
thing, but it's
Yeah.
actually pretty.
That's
good.
interesting.
It was
The
actually
guitars-
very creative. You know.
Yeah.
The guitars were a little. They kind of had a little bluesy twang to them.
I like it.
It was heavy, and the drummer was fucking sick. I was like, "Let's go!" Like I
Okay.
I
I-
always judge very heavily on the drummer.
There's-
Naturally.
Our friends in City Pleasure, they've been a favorite band of mine also. Tuesday, Charlie, and all those guys. They're really good. They're very rock and roll type stuff, but very like punky at that same time.
Okay.
Definitely reach out to those.
That
guys.
stuff's right up my alley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Have
definitely.
you seen City Pleasure? I see
no,
I see your Locock shirt, so I'm like, have you seen?
I have not.
City
No,
Pleasure?
I have not.
I'll
I'm
send you
total
some
opposite.
music. They're
Yeah,
pretty
please
good.
do.
I like bluegrass and rock and roll and blues and all of the stuff that Rich hates. So
I like bluegrass.
well, I know you like bluegrass, but there's some country. I don't think you really like country a whole
Not
lot.
this new shit.
Not the new stuff.
I like
but
the
old
60s stuff, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Amen.
All right, I'm down with
Amen.
that. I am down with that.
That's shit my parents played when I was a kid.
Well, yeah. I think we were all kind of raised on that. What everybody that was born in the 70s was maybe.
We played with Shitfucker, and they were really good.
Oh yeah, shitfucker.
Shitfucker's good.
I love that fucking name.
Have you heard them?
No, I have not.
I will send you
you
some
need to
stuff.
hear
Oh,
them.
please
They're
do.
not around anymore, but their
Aw.
singer, he moved to Philly. He's in a new band called Spiter. Really good shit, man. It's like that black and crust death metal stuff, but it's really good shit. But I'll send you some shitfucker. Graveyard Revels, that's a good one.
So we did a show with them, and then also Ram took me to a show. I think it was in Detroit somewhere, And I remember Shitfucker went up. They played a couple songs.
Shitfucker.
And then there was this one song in particular. The guitar player hits this riff, and everybody that was smoking a cigarette outside, it was like a tidal wave of people rushed into the venue.
They just knew that song or
Yes,
whatever.
like it was like this riff hit off, and everybody flooded into the venue. And there was beer in the air constantly for like 2.5 minutes. And I was like, this
you can't
is,
even be mad at that,
this
though.
is the most badass shit I've ever
Yeah.
seen. I was sold right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the precinct, man.
That's
I'm like
funny.
beer everywhere, still smoking cigarettes inside. Yeah,
that beer is probably
Better
still
than
there.
Faygo.
It's still there. It's stained that floor for so many years at this point.
Rich, what was the band in Detroit that used to take the toilet paper and throw it around? Nina, the Russian like redhead girl, was in it.
I have
it was
no
a pu-
idea, dude.
Yes, you do. It was a punk band. 2 chicks were singing.
Oh, the Ruiners?
Yes, the Ruiners. The Ruiners.
Never mind. I do know it. Though.
Yes, yes. The Ruiners. They were fun. They would take toilet paper and whatnot. But back to Shitfucker. I love.
Back to Shitfucker.
I love like the most filthiest names of bands. I think my Shitfucker's a good one, but Alabama Thunder Pussy. That when I heard
That's a
that,
good one.
when I heard that name, I'm like, I don't know who made that name up or why, but I love it. What is your guys' like favorite craziest name band?
There's one out of for the answer. There's one out of Boston. They're called Anal Cunt.
That's old school right there.
Yeah.
It's very old school, classic. Anybody? Shitfucker.
I don't think I can top Shitfucker.
Shitfucker's
man.
a good one. Now, I've seen some creative, interesting names that I was just like, makes you think. We're at our record release. Isn't Teenage Pregnant Hospital?
Pregnant Teenage Hospital.
Yes, Pregnant Teenage Hospital.
Yeah.
I like that one. I saw a band called Finger Bang one time.
Finger Bang.
Finger Bang. I didn't see them. I didn't go in and watch them, but they were playing
didn't watch
in
a Finger
Wyandotte.
Bang? Come on,
I
dude.
wanted to, but I was going out on the
Pew,
river,
pew.
and I was like, "Whoa, Finger Bang! That is a great
Pull out the finger guns.
That's a great, title for a band. I loved it.
Also got Canine Hemorrhoids. I'm in that one.
Yeah, so
That's-
he is in that
that's
one,
another-
That's a good one.
Oh, you're in that band?
Oh yeah,
I'm
there are
in
in other bands. He plays in Canine Hemorrhoids, and Rico plays in another band called Snuggle Buns.
Yeah, that's a name too, I guess.
Snuggle Bunnies?
Snuggle Buns.
Snuggle Buns.
It's a death metal band. We started playing together like a year ago, and
That does not sound death metal at all.
oh,
man.
it is.
I'm just saying.
I'll
that-
send you some recordings.
But our gimmick,
That's the whole thing.
When you
Rich.
hear the gimmick, it makes sense. So our singer, before every show, will go to the local thrift store, go to like a Value World or something, and buy a bunch of stuffed animals. We take those stuffed animals and they go in the mosh pit during the set, and they get destroyed. We always clean up the mess, but that's like
funny.
people remember that.
Snuggle Buns. All right, I like that. And you guys tear up some bunnies and shit. So-
Yep, that's right.
Actually, we played a show. We were on a show. We're actually playing another. We have what's called the Antisocial, and it was like one of their first shows, or maybe right. The
last year, are you talking about?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, where we backed them up.
Yeah, so I see. Their singer Gonzo. He comes in with this big bag of like stuff, and I'm like, "What is all that?" He's like, "Oh yeah, man, we're gonna tear all this shit up and throw it in the pit or whatever." I'm like, "Okay," and so we went on before them. And I grabbed like Mickey Mouse, and I grabbed my knife out, and I cut its head off. I'm like,
That's the point.
I
Exactly.
threw it in the crowd. We're like, "Whoa!"
I mean, think about it. Every thrift shop you go to, they have a bunch of those. It's
They
like,
do.
They
We're,
sit
we're
there for
giving them
years.
purpose.
There you go.
They're going to Valhalla.
They will
The
die.
Valhalla.
They shall die in the pit.
I played in this band in like the late '90s, and we fucking gave these. It was an all ages show. We had a song called Squirt Gun. So like we're gonna go get some dollar store squirt guns. These kids were fucking jumping over tables, sliding, falling. The owner threatened to fucking sue us and shit, dude. It was probably like
you.
40, 50 kids just falling everywhere, man. They tipping tables over.
Where was this at? Clutch Cargo's or what?
Somewhere in Mount Clemens. I don't fucking remember the venue, man.
Oh,
It's
man.
not there anymore.
Were they
Obviously.
slipping because of they wanted a squirt gun or because of
No,
what
because
was
all the-
in the squirt gun?
Well, it's just water.
Fill them with baby oil or
No,
something?
just that would actually been
Those
better.
floors get slippery, man. I remember one time we were at the precinct, the new one.
That
You
would
know,
have been genius.
and it's an old bank floor, so the floor is like marble. And dude, someone peed on the floor because they're disgusting.
Oh,
and then
Jesus.
I saw some dude. He was all drunk. and he's wearing cowboy boots. He slips and falls right in the pee. I'm like, man, that's fucked, bro. Jeez, and no one's just like, oh man, stay away from me, bro. You smell, man. It's already a bunch of crust punks there, but he smelled a double because he's covered in pee now. Poor bastard.
Man urine.
Those precinct days were something.
Yeah, they were.
No indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
Sometimes no power.
Oh yeah, I had to pull.
If there's no power, how the fuck you playing?
Generator,
Generators,
brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the music goes on.
Yeah.
They had no heat,
Oh yeah.
and I was playing. I'm like, man, I can't feel my hand.
This is like wintertime, obviously. Then.
Yeah, I was like, I shouldn't have taken my shirt off. Oh well.
You only live once, right?
Dude, the first precinct was really funny because it was next to this nice Mexican-Italian restaurant called El Barzon. And this was the kind of place you get like reservations for. Right?
Okay.
And so you have the people that got their reservations for this very nice restaurant, and
And then all of y'all.
right across
Down
of
the alley,
hoodlums.
bunch of crusty leather, spiky
Yes.
dreads and mohawks, and then there's the people over there. We came into the city for our anniversary today, and we're over here like we're going to get drunk and pass out in the alleyway tomorrow. Okay.
Hey, you got any daughters?
And then there was a party hall next door too, where all the they had all the Mexican parties.
Yeah, a lot of Mexican parties on the other side of the alley, a rental hall. And I remember one time my friend, she was coming, she was parked and she was walking down the alley, and they go up to her. They're like, "Are you going to where the scary people are?" And I'm like, "That's so."
I'd be like, yes, this is gonna be more fucking fun, man.
Yes.
Dude, I remember one of those shows we hosted, and I watched the door for like 15 minutes, and I remember I was like, man, I hope no like stupid shit happens while I'm watching the door. And some people came from El Barzon, and they were like, can we come in and just like take a look? And I'm like, $15.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh man. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna come over here dressed like that and think I'm not gonna
Man, you paid $100 at that fucking place.
Everyone's
You could-
welcome
could
if you
spare
pay the
50
price.
bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn right.
Oh,
They didn't
man.
pay the $15, did they?
Nope, they left.
Man,
course
they can
they
go
left.
fuck themselves. Then the paletero man come by.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
what?
The paletero.
What the fuck is that?
It's that dude. It's
Dude,
the
I'm
dude
very white,
it's
dude.
There's a Mexican dude on a bike with like a refrigerator in the front that sells popsicles and ice cream.
Oh,
and
like
shit.
kind of like an ice cream guy or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
We call him the paletero because he sells his paletas. That's what a popsicle is in Spanish.
Okay.
Okay, but he rolled through the hood right
We call it
there.
ice cream around here. I'm sorry.
Well, he's Mexican, so we had to say it, paletero. But he rode through, and you're like, "Oh, you guys want anything?" And everyone was like buying from them.
Right.
It was really fun. We're like, "Hey, we're supporting local business, man. Let's go, guys."
Hell yeah,
What
man.
was really funny was I was cleaning up the precinct before anybody else came, and I saw him. I bought some ice cream off of him, and I told him like, yeah, there'll be people here later, like around 7 or 8 o'clock. You can come by and sell some. He's
I'll
like,
probably clean up, man.
Yeah, they're like, he's like, are they gonna buy it? Is it white people? Yeah, they're white people, but they still buy
Right.
ice cream.
You guys should do one of your songs in Spanish.
we
have two
we
Spanish songs.
actually played a Spanish song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we.
I couldn't hear the vocals. I won't hear the vocals until he does the production, but
Gotcha. But yeah, we actually wrote 2 Spanish songs for this album. The title track of the album, El Panteón, the graveyard.
yeah.
And I wrote one called Momentos Preciosos, Precious Moments.
Nice.
So we were listening to the record before you guys got here today, and it's what? So that was just done, right? You guys just finished
Yeah,
that?
we
Yeah.
recorded that at the end of 2024 at Mount Doom in
Okay.
Warren with Clyde Wilson, and we released it because we were trying to get this stuff going and release it by this year. So yeah, we just released it back in February. 11 tracks. We're like, a lot of these are like standard stuff. Like we've been playing these songs for years, but we were like, got to a point where we like perfected them. We're like, this is what it needs to sound like. Here, we want to give this to the people because we have some stuff on Bandcamp from like our old days, and they sound like shit. But I'm proud of them at the same time. I'm like, you suck, but
Well, I mean,
still love you.
you're freaking growing at the same time. You're
Exactly.
evolving, so.
Yeah, we've evolved, and so we released it back in February this year. So yeah, we just got done with that 11 tracks.
So the fact that you've been playing these songs like for so long, are you sick of the new album already? Just listening to it yourself, whatever.
Well, that's the thing. I don't hear it. I don't listen to it. I released it into the world, and I'm like, all right, no,
You just let it go?
Don't ever hear it again. And then every now and then, I'm like, okay, well, how does that lyric go? Like, all right, let me hear it again, and I'll hear it, and I'm like, I still feel a sense of pride because like that was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
You know, and like we took a couple sessions too, because like we also recorded it over the course of the year because I had some surgeries done on my arms and my hands. So like, you know, my guitar playing was getting kind of hard there. So it was a real big struggle for me, and I was very worried that I wouldn't be able to play guitar for a minute there because of my condition I was having with my pinched nerves in my elbow and my carpal tunnel right here.
Oh shit.
So like when I was playing these songs and like writing all this stuff and doing all the guitar,
So you're probably in a lot of freaking pain, man.
it was, you know, and like I couldn't feel like these fingers or anything right here.
Right.
So like yeah, like I still have that scar right there.
So as of today, are you all good?
I am all good. I'm fully healed on this side, and then by July this will be more healed too. You know, it's still a little struggle, but like I can move my fingers a lot more than I used to for a minute there.
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, so I hear that whenever I do hear like a song or whatever, I'm like, man, I'm still really proud of it. Like I'm not sick of it, you know, especially the newer songs like El Panteon, what Juan wrote, and Momentos Preciosos and the Slammer. I'm still pretty proud of those right now. So no, I'm not sick of it yet. You know?
I'm just saying, like you go through a studio, you listen to all these mixes over and over and over again. It's like, okay, I'm kind of just bored with that one. Like I've heard it like 1,000 times, you know, over X amount of months, whatever.
Right. No, I wasn't. What about you guys?
The studio process, because of the guy that ran it, was really efficient. So we didn't, at least in my experience, we didn't have to like go over it over and over again as much as you might think. Like he was able to lock in what we wanted pretty quickly because he's a pro. So
Well, and obviously you guys are super talented, so I'm assuming there's not a lot of overdubs and whatever.
No, there wasn't actually. So like we went in and we recorded our instrumentals first, like the rhythm stuff, and I only recorded over with like my guitar solos, and then Juan recorded like a couple extra piano parts and other bass things, but it was really simple.
There's piano in there? I didn't catch that.
And well,
Synth
it's
sample.
a synth sample
Oh,
actually.
okay.
But and I just say piano because it was a keyboard, so I'm like, oh,
Right.
yeah. For blindness, he played some synth, but it was actually very straightforward with our stuff. Like we went in, we recorded all the rhythm stuff for all 11 songs. And we're like, all right, that's it. We'll come back for the next session, and then I went and I stumbled my solos because I'm nervous because everything's under a microscope. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Right.
On top of
all eyes are on you at that
On top of my
point.
hands doing this or whatever. I'm like, okay, let's go, boys.
Well, just
Lock in, gamers.
Yeah, just go slow, man. You know.
Yeah, but no, it was very straightforward. What about
So
you, Juan?
so far, what's your favorite venue that you guys have played at?
My favorite,
Here.
Rich's, besides Rich's house, naturally.
my favorite was it's not around anymore. They were called the Maidstone Theater.
Oh, the Maidstone.
Yeah, I
John.
miss-
What's his name? John.
Is it Anton? Ashton?
No, not John Anton. He's the token lounge guy. John something. That guy was wild.
But that was a favorite of mine. But
That's like Ypsilanti, right?
Yeah.
that was out in Ipsy,
Was.
right?
Yeah.
But it's not there anymore. But
They had great sound and
Yes.
great lighting.
oh yeah, there's some pictures on our on Instagram and Facebook where it was from the
Amazing.
Maidstone.
Yeah.
Just
And
look
I'm
like
like,
rock stars.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've never looked so cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
Fog. He had
Me and
fog.
Juan were looking like crazy motherfuckers. I'm like, that's so sick.
that was the last show we played before COVID.
Oh
It was
yeah,
The lighting there was amazing.
It was March 7th.
yeah,
I had a
days
mole.
before
2020.
COVID.
So that was about 2 weeks before, or a week
Yeah,
and a half,
it was a
whatever.
week.
And I
Yeah.
remember at that point, everybody was like, "Yeah, we're gonna set up some shows. You guys are sick. Like, what are you guys doing like next month?" And then,
And then
Apparently nothing.
we ain't doing shit.
yeah, exactly.
I also had a mullet during that show.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
And then
Bring it back.
No,
Bring
no.
it back.
Let the
Bring
mullet
it
die, man. I'm sorry.
The mullets are still out there. They're among us.
Yeah,
I
I
would
played
also say the Rockery. That's a good
the
one, too.
Rockery.
Yeah, that was in Wyandotte. That
Oh,
was-
nice.
that
Oh,
was a
yeah,
nice
the
little
Rockery.
spot,
Yeah, yeah.
All of our favorites don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Mine still exists. It's the Sanctuary, Detroit.
Oh,
Sanctuary
yeah,
is
that's a
nice.
good one.
Sanctuary.
Yep, that's where we'll be playing next month.
Actually, another one I like is the Old Miami.
The
I
old
like to play there
Miami
again.
is so much fun.
Dude, in the summertime, it's got a built-in crowd with all them kids, the high school kids, whatever, or college kids, excuse me.
Yeah.
Whatever. That outside, man, it's just a lot of fun, dude.
It is, and they love the music. It's the old Miami is probably one of my favorite places, and the Bolero. You guys have to hit the Bolero.
The Bolero?
Yes,
Is
in
that
Royal Oak.
Okay.
Yeah, you actually get paid every time there.
Yeah.
Which is
Paid? What are you
Yep.
talking about right
but they
now?
give you like
Right.
a W-9 or whatever.
Dude, what was that game store we played at in
Oh, Gatekeeper
Berkeley?
Games in Berkeley. That's a random spot.
This place is a game store, bar, venue. Like, and it's divided exactly like that.
That's
so you walk
crazy.
in, you're in a game store like with miniatures and like D&D and
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, and then the next section it's
It's like a bar
dead
with like
cut
a
off
cafe.
is this normal bar, and then it's like a venue. But the venue is like
A
it was just
back
a
room.
big open room.
It's just
yeah.
a big back room. I think they use that for like Magic the Gathering tournaments.
Oh my god!
But then they're like
Slash metal shows.
slash metal shows, exactly.
It was a cool place though. I did like playing there. I remember that we were talking earlier about my drum kit, and there was some kid like his face was like in my bass drum, and he was just like, "Dude, you know this looks really cool," and I'm like, "Hell yeah!" it
he was
does."
probably tripping on shrooms. That's awesome.
Possible.
I played Hooters one time. Hooters doesn't.
That checks out.
You know what? Fuck you. It was with the hormones. So it was. We were. I was in an all-female Ramones tribute band, and this is when Sean from the Zots was still in the band, and we ended up playing Hooters
Be nice.
over here on the east side. I'll be nice. Over here on the east side, and we played with a tribute band called South Mad Sabs, and they were a Black Sabbath tribute band. And this guy, he was dressed as like the 1980s Ozzy with the fringe
it's
and the
Dennis.
white. Oh my God, amazing! He'd get out there and he'd clap like Ozzy. But anyway, we ended up. Apparently we were the only bands to ever play Hooters in the nation, and I don't think anybody has. Now maybe they have since, because this was like a decade ago. But it was right out here somewhere on the east side. wherever the
There was a
is.
Hooters at 14 and Gratiot, and it's since closed down. It's probably because of you.
It's probably because of us.
Good job.
yeah.
Yeah.
You had
Thank
one
you.
job, just not let it shut down.
Do you know me?
That's it.
But they really have good wings. Fuck, they do. Them
yeah.
titties, baby. Them
No, they do
titties.
not.
And they
Their
had
wings are
titties.
disgusting.
Dude, we've always joked, like, I don't know if you've ever seen that video of like, what the fuck is up, Denny's?
Yes.
And there's like a
Dude.
there's a band playing.
I
at a
love that
Denny's.
fucking video,
Dude,
dude.
ever since that video, I'm like, I've always dreamt. Me and the boys just played at Dick's Coney Island in Lincoln Park. I wish we could just take up like a good chunk of that fucking restaurant and just play our dumb shit.
You
there.
should. Why don't you call them?
We would take up that entire restaurant.
We would.
Like, there's not much room.
Dude, call the owners up. Maybe you can make it happen, man.
Tell them you want to make a video and like hype it up and see what they say.
We're like, what's up, DCI? Get on your feet.
This would be great for
Seriously.
business. Great
Yeah,
for business.
Great for business. Tell them,
Coney's,
you know,
Coney's all around, guys.
tell them you'll promote who they are, and they should say yes.
Do you want to set yourself apart from other conies?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, it's gonna be tough to beat National, though, man. I mean, National is pretty tight, though. At least around here, it is anyway.
Is the thing still spinning?
What thing?
National Coney Island's the one with the. It's like a big, like it looks like a cup.
I
and
think
it's like spinning.
Yeah, I thought that.
Oh,
was
I don't know.
it
starting
was like an ice
50.
cream cone. The one on 696.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that still there?
It's not. I don't think.
No,
What the
wait,
hell?
like
Used to be
11
a
and
country.
Gratiot?
Not on Gratiot. I think it's Shaner.
But yeah, it looks
It's
like
right on the 696 service drive, and it looked like a big ice cream cone, but it was like silver.
Yes.
And it
yes, yes,
spun.
yes.
That's 11 and Gratiot, dude.
Is that
It,
Gratiot?
it used to be like a freaking fish and chips. It's been around since like the 50s or some shit.
Okay.
But it's been several things, but it's a Coney Island now. It's got to be a place you're talking about.
Yeah, it has to be.
I'm going to pull this
I
up
don't.
just
I know
in
exactly
case.
what you're talking
Google
about.
it.
I don't-
Lauren, thank you for coming today, by the way.
Yeah, no
so
problem.
whenever you want to talk about UTIs, periods, or
Whoa.
any of the
Jesus
menopausal
Christ.
stuff to make everybody uncomfortable,
She's
just
only
let me
like
know.
35, dude.
So,
yeah.
and I just like to watch Rich squirm. That's all.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing.
No,
Anyway.
it's not.
Once you
Shut
talk
up.
about dicks too much.
Oh, you weren't here for the last show. Holy shit. They were all talking about their dicks, I swear to God.
Wait, Staples sells Staples? you talk about this thing?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, that's the one.
I
Yeah,
swear
it's
when I
on
was
11 in Gratiot. 696 in Gratiot, whatever.
I swear when
Yeah.
I was a kid, that thing was spinning.
it did used to spin.
Maybe.
Yeah, it totally
Yeah.
did.
But it used to be
Long
like an
time ago.
Arthur Tree. It's been like several things over the years, since like the 40s, 50s, whatever. Yeah, I don't think it spins anymore.
God damn it.
But a national Coney Island, I can see you guys getting down there. Why not?
or
Or
just
like
do unsanctioned showed in the parking lot.
you should call record stores.
Yeah, that's true. There's
Record stores?
Yeah.
I've actually tried
On
to
that
get in
flip
contact
side,
with Flipside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play there soon. Our friends in Head Eruption were going to play there not too long ago.
Hit up the Chicken Lava.
Okay.
Larissa Lars or whatever.
Yeah.
She works there.
Okay, I'll hit her up. But yeah, no, there's a lot of places we want to play and haven't played and no longer able to play.
Why is that?
Oh, the post-COVID economy, We're not degenerates, like, Rico's the only one that drinks among us, We don't drink, me and Juan. I mean, Juan will get down on a few shots.
Rich
of
does
tequila.
heroin. That's fine.
No, he doesn't.
Stop lying about Rich. I got your back, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
Lauren, I'm gonna need you.
But there's just got a lot of places. Like Simon's After Dark in Allen Park, gone. The Rockery, gone. Maidstone, gone. We're just like, man. So it was funny too. Like during COVID, we didn't play like at all. Like some bands were starting to play again. Like I took my time.
We just hung out in the backyard,
Kinda,
talked.
yeah. And then
For you.
It was funny. Like we came back, and I'm like, it was kind of like we were starting over again because like we were playing shows,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Oh man, are you guys new?" And I'm like, "No,
Yep.
man, we've been doing this since 2015, dog."
It-
And I think that was another reason. Like I wanted to like do the. We have money now. We're older. We've only gotten better. Like I want to release a record. So I think that was like my driving force. I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna come out new, then we're gonna come out like we're fucking just showed up, guys.
Yeah.
So like I said, I mean, look what it's got us. We're here on Detroit State of Mind podcast, guys.
There you go.
This is our first time being interviewed. Ever.
First of all, anyone can come over here, dude.
Still, the fact that you were like, yeah, I guess you can come on, dude. I'm like, thanks, man.
No, I dug your shit, man. I can't remember if I hit up you or whatever.
It was me.
Okay,
Yeah.
dude, instantly. And there's normally another guy here who's totally into your shit, but he's working today, so he couldn't make it today. I'm
Hi,
like,
Dave. We miss you.
dude, he missed out on some killer freaking tunes from you guys today, man.
He's
For
gonna
real.
I hope he likes it. I'm glad you guys were digging our stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
we work really hard on our stuff. We try to like really try and be the best we can be. I've seen people that are like, just don't give a shit, and sometimes it's fun, and other times I'm just like, I know you're better than that, dude. Like, can you give a damn about your music?
Man, I played a show at the Token Lounge one time, and there was this band. Should I say it? Who it is? I don't think they're together anymore. It was the Johnny.
You say whatever the fuck you want, man.
The Johnny Finger Band, and it was.
Oh no, what?
He's done, right? He's
still
done,
around?
right?
He's like doing Elvis impersonations now.
Oh my
That's
god!
sad.
Yeah, I'm
it's-
gonna stop talking.
You know what? It's wild. But anyway, so when they went up on stage, the cymbal for the drum kit was just chewed up, cracked open, and I was horrified. I was like, "Do you need another cymbal?" And this guy was like, "Fuck no! We're gonna fucking rock this shit!" And he played this show with the most fucked up cymbal I've ever seen. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And they got out there and they did their thing. They were a short-lived band,
Actually,
but
respect for that.
but no, I think
I
that
played
was like
with,
part of their shtick, though. Yeah, no,
Would not recommend.
No.
would not recommend. But they're no longer a band anymore, and they haven't
Thank
been a band
God.
for a very long time. But watching them, I mean, when a chunk of the goddamn cymbal was taken out, and I'm like, bro, how are you gonna play
That's
that?
how he gets his sound, man.
Kind of like your trash symbol, Rico.
He
It was
actually
crazy.
tuned that thing to be exactly like that sound.
Maybe
That's custom, brother.
it was nuts. It was nuts. I've seen some shit.
No, man, I think we all have. When you were talking about like crazy like punk performances, there was this one band, Hellgillies. They played the Precinct, and that dude, I mean, you want to talk about dicks? He got fully naked, and he did a shoe bomb. That was so.
What's a shoe bomb?
What's a shoe bomb?
He took off his dirty ass, sweaty ass shoe, and everyone poured liquor and beer into it, and he drank out that motherfucker.
That was
That's
the swish.
disgusting.
He drank out that motherfucker. I'm like, oh man, don't even look at me. And he's okay. He's an okay dude, but I'm just like, that is horrifying.
That's
dog.
bad, but we grew up on Juji Allen, so that's
You should probably
nothing.
get a hepatitis shot, man.
You would have to get a hepatitis shot after a Gigi Allen show for sure, 100%.
Oh man.
Oh, that's wild. What's the wildest stuff you guys have seen on stage? Anything or like happened to you on stage? Like, there's people that want to try to come up and grab the microphone and like do drunk shit, right?
No, like I said, when we play, people are just like dumbfounded, like, whoa, this is happening right now. But I think
First of all, these are two big guys. Who's gonna come up there and fuck with them?
That's true. That's
I
true.
wouldn't.
that is funny. Rico thought that me and him
Yes.
were kind of intimidating at first.
No, I remember when our first practice we had, I was like I brought them to my house and I'm like, man, these guys look like they're gonna beat my ass. Like, I better not suck. Like, goddamn.
Tag team champions over here.
Kane and Undertaker, brother.
I'm gonna play the wrong fill and I'm just gonna get punched. Like,
This is where you die, son.
these dudes are literally the most solid guys ever. So friendly. So
That's good.
You're just saying that because you're fucking between them right now.
You're just scared, Rico.
no, me and Juan
Scare that kid.
No, me and Juan nowadays go at it all the
Don't you
time,
say
but
the
Wait. So didn't you say that these guys are younger than you too?
Yes, yeah. I'm the
Which is
oldie.
weird because like you look like you're like about 19, man.
Well, I'm actually going to be here for about another 1,000 years.
I'm not even sure what that means, man.
I get it, brother.
I have looked like this since I was 12, man. I just have a goatee now.
I'm immortal.
Oh, okay. Fucking show off.
Back to your question, though. It was at the second precinct. There was this band, I think they were from Jersey, called Pink Mass. That
Oh my god.
was... Were you there, one?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, with my cousin Daniel? Yeah. Oh, my God. They were from Jersey. They were like a grindcore, but BDSM.
Wow, I like
So,
it.
like, their lead singer had this thing called Monster Cock. And it was a 12-inch dildo with, like, those gutter nails inside of it.
What?
And
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
a choker and like
What?
a gimp mask, and like the bassist was hitting himself with a spiked paddle.
that was the
So they
bassist.
like Rammstein.
Yeah, I love that. It was the bassist who wore the dick.
Oh yeah, he was like their gimp,
was
but like
wearing
he's
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and like he had a spiked paddle, a leather paddle with spikes in it, and he was just hitting himself with it. I thought he had back knee, and then I saw him do that, and he started bleeding. I'm like, oh no, that's part of the show. Those are scars, brother.
Jesus.
And then he got stapled.
What?
He did get stapled. Yeah, that was.
He got
I think
stapled.
that was the wildest I saw. That was weird.
That's some shock rock for you.
I'd be into that.
But they were honestly
Yes.
though, they were pretty good. Like musically speaking, they
Yeah.
were actually pretty cool. I'm like, I dig their style.
I
I
like-
wonder if they're still around, but they're.
I
Pretty
like
good.
that
I
shock
kept
kind of
contact
stuff.
with the bassist. They're from New York.
Oh, they're from New York.
Yeah.
All right, I like that kind of shock stuff. You know, when I did see Rammstein open up for Limp Bizkit, this was and Korn. It was back in the '90s, right?
The '90s.
Listen, the lead singer gets out on stage and he walks out on stage and he's got this full. It looked like a goose
Limp
down
Bizkit
jacket.
guy?
No. This is Rammstein, and he
Oh.
starts singing. He's singing in German, whatever he's
Basically,
saying, right?
fuck all Americans, more or
and he's
less.
like, yeah, probably. And he's like this, and all of a sudden he lights on fire, and he sang the whole song lit on fire. And you want to talk about like prosthetic penises? This guy, the keyboardist, at one point unzips his pants and we're like, what's happening right now? And he pulls out this like 12-inch prosthetic and it had a hose in it. So then he starts spraying the crowd and
Sounds
this
like
thing
Guar.
shot out like
Oh my
20
God.
feet, man. It was amazing. You want to talk about like pyrotechnic shit? They were shooting. I was like, how are they able to shoot flaming arrows? Shooting flaming arrows, things back in the 90s, they got away with a lot more stuff. There was shit exploding on stage. They were shooting flaming arrows at like moving objects. Like it was nuts.
Where was this at?
This was at, I want to say it was at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So, and I want to
No
say,
more.
let's see, yeah, the Palace of Auburn, it was Rammstein, Korn, Limp Bizkit. I want to say DMX. Like it was an amazing lineup. Oh yeah, totally awesome show. But yeah, so I love the shock stuff. The worse, the more cringe, the better. I will go and see it any day.
Well, if Pink Mass is still around, I definitely recommend.
Yes.
Oh, my daughter's here. Hey, with that being said, we're going to take a little break. We're going to play some freaking The Formal Nightmare real quick.
Humanity, looking at what is getting shipped away. Simple, you were missing, but I'm there, super
So, what shows you guys have coming up?
We actually have a few. We have an album release show at Job Stoppers, which is in Detroit, Michigan Ave and Junction. May 10th, I think we mentioned earlier, we'll be playing with our friends in Faux and Pregnant Teenage Hospital. And then we're doing a doubleheader at the end of May. May 30th will be at the Regal Beagle in Ipsy, and May 31st will be at the Sanctuary. So a whole weekend of nightmares for all the people out there.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
You know who played at the Sanctuary? And then I was like, oh
Your
my
mom?
God. Yes, my mom did play. Do you know who Amel and the Sniffers are?
No.
Oh my God.
I've heard of
She
them.
is-
They sound well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
They're
she's
great.
interesting.
Yes.
Are they?
Totally.
Yeah.
Listen, she's hot, she's blonde, she must work out. She's like a Colleen Caffeine, but 20 years younger and like
I'm
blonde,
listening.
short hair. Amazing. You guys got to check out Amel. It's like Amy L. It looks like Amy L, but it's Amel and the
You
Sniffers.
say anal?
Yes, yes, I did. Butthole and the Sniffers. Amel, Amy L. Like just
AMYL?
Yes, AMYL. You will love it.
Okay. Amel and the
Yeah, she's got one of those raspy voices, and when she screams into the microphone, she doesn't lose that English accent that she's got. And I really love when they do that.
Might be a man.
No, it's a woman. Believe me, she's
Just
all
saying.
woman. I can tell. Anyway, we won't go there though. Let's talk about religion, politics next. Just
Oh,
kidding.
no, I've got to piss.
Just kidding. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
So anyway, Lauren, would you like to talk to the band?
Sure. So where are you guys based out of?
We're from Downriver.
From downriver.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was busy doing other. I'm looking for a house. It's not my fault. Okay.
You're looking for a house? Where are you looking?
St. Clair Shores.
Oh, that's fancy for me. I'm Van Born, downriver road. I'm one of those dirty bitches.
Oh no, I just moved. Well, I lived in East Point. I moved to England for 2 years, and now I'm back, and so I'm hanging with my parents for right now.
How did you like England?
Fucking sucked.
Really?
Cool to visit. Not cool to live.
Where were you at?
Lincoln.
Okay, and so where's Lincoln? Like next to the biggest city?
It's Nottingham is the closest.
Your mom's
Okay,
house.
so yeah, my mom's house.
Yeah, Nottingham, which no one's ever heard of. It was about 2.5 hours north of London.
So what was so wrong about it?
The weather, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
was it always gray and cloudy, like they say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's exactly like that.
And always
England
damp.
isn't real.
Always damp. Like
Really?
you're never,
Suicide's always on the table.
Literally, yeah. Literally, you could spit. You're hitting some sort of water. There's always a river that
Damn.
goes through the city. There's a lake. There's a pond. It's always damp and gross. It's moist.
Moist.
For all of those, all those moist haters. Yeah, moist.
All right, so England is not the place to be.
Not the place to be.
Okay. All right. Well, we got that. We know. We already know. We already know. That's too bad. I heard, I went out to Seattle. I heard Seattle's really dingy like that too, like gray and gloomy. But when I went,
Not when I was there.
Yeah,
Fucking nice.
Well, I went when there was a drought, so there was no rain literally for weeks, and it was absolutely
probably
amazing.
you.
Yeah, it was me. I'm kind of a witch.
She's
Sorry.
brought the dry season. May she never returned to
Dry
Seattle.
season, mad season, whatever. I love Seattle.
I haven't been to Seattle.
I've never been.
You'll see some weird shit though. Like, so the homeless people
It's
there.
expensive, man.
It's
That's what I've
expensive.
heard.
And the crazy out there is totally different than the crazy you'll see in Detroit, right? The crazy out there, you'll go out
Is it
there.
crazier than Van Born?
Oh my God, it's way crazier than Van Born. I don't see people digging like a dog in the soil, like looking for, I'm guessing their drugs or whatever. I don't know. You don't see people preaching on the corner telling
They're probably
everybody
looking for
they're going
shells
home.
on the beach, dude.
Well, maybe. I doubt
Jesus,
it.
Stop judging.
You're so stupid, I swear to God.
He's up, Van Born.
Van Born all the way. Taylor Tucky.
That's your new nickname now.
You can call me Taylor Tucky too, because that's what people used to call me. Not that I
I don't
lived
want to
in
insult the
Taylor
people
Tucky.
from Taylor, though.
Shut up, stupid! I swear to God, he is so dumb. He's so retarded. I said the word. We're getting canceled.
You can't say it
Canceled.
anymore. You have
Canceled.
to say Canadian.
Canadian. No, that's also.
They're lovely people.
Do not disrespect Rush like that.
Yes.
Wait, are you
yes.
a Rush fan?
I am.
Hello.
Fucking hate Rush.
Analog Kid.
Oh, son of... Yeah, throw it at me. I don't even care anymore.
Listen, man, I can't hate bands with good drummers. I just can't.
Hello.
Just
Thank
can't.
you.
Rush before Neil Peart, or whatever the fuck you want to say his
Whatever.
name, was better. It was better.
I liked that guy too, John Rutsey.
John Rutsey, that's it. I love that first album. It's my favorite. Take a Friend, In the Mood, all those songs.
Yeah, good
fucking
stuff.
awesome.
I don't need to hear fucking. I don't
I
need
need
that.
more fills.
Yeah, well then you'll hear it. You need to listen to the first Rush album because there's no fills like Neil Peart with John Rutsey.
It's Peart. It's
Peart. Whatever. I don't give a shit. It's Peart. It's Peart, but it's Peart for us because we're old.
It's annoying.
You're annoying. He doesn't like Rush. He doesn't like Led Zeppelin. He
Or
doesn't
Black
like
Sabbath.
Black
Doesn't like
Sabbath.
Nope.
anything good.
Yeah.
I don't like you either, fucking Lauren. Get the fuck out of my house.
Love
like
me,
the
bitch.
Clash?
I wouldn't be here
Oh,
otherwise.
I love the Clash.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like them.
That makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. I just never got the appeal. I mean, people like them, and I get it, but I'm just like, not for me, I guess.
Yeah, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't
You
work.
know, in
man.
regards to like the old school stuff, like I like the Ramones. You know, I liked Sex
But the
Pistols, I
Ramones get
guess.
boring after like
They do.
But,
It's
you know,
all the
5,
same
10
stuff.
songs, dude.
And then like some songs with Clash, I'm like cool, and most of them just like, not for me.
yeah, I get that.
But I mean, I don't know. I listen to a lot of different music. I mean, I'm not just into metal. I mean,
Okay, so your favorite non-metal band would be what?
right now,
Yeah,
my favorite non-metal band is this Japanese band called Rubens.
you have to send it over.
I'll send it over. They're non-metal, but they're really nice and they sound really good, and their musicality I really dig. And then in regards to, I listen to too much stuff: Japan, Mexico, Texas.
So you're international. You like the international music.
Oh yeah,
I like it
mean,
too.
When you know, like I said, I'm from Texas, so I grew up on a lot of that, like Tejano Norteño stuff. A lot of that.
What's that mean?
Like Mexican polka. You know, like I mean, I can't really explain it. I guess.
I get it. I get it.
Wait, so is that like kind of like flamenco or
no,
or-
no, it's accordion. It's like think of polka. You know polka?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's
But
almost
like,
just
but like
that.
Texas Mexicans have their own style.
Yeah.
And like Northern Mexicans too, they have like their own polka. You know, and that's the kind of
I'm
stuff
not
I
hip
like.
to that.
You are.
Dude, you're gonna have
There's
to
a
send me
lot-
like a whole catalog.
I'll
of
send you a
stuff, man.
playlist.
Please do.
Rich, you would know
The
exactly.
Ram Music Starter Pack. I'll send you one. You got Spotify? I got you. Man.
I do.
So I'm
I'll take
actually
care of
I'm actually also my third band that I'm in. I'm in a band with my dad, and we play
Of course you are.
Mexican music. We play like cumbias and rancheras. Rancheras are a lot like the polkas that we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it has that same beat. There's like waltzes.
Yeah.
And then the cumbia stuff's like the little bit quicker, like more tropical dance music
Okay,
sort of thing.
that's
Yeah.
fun.
But that's probably cool though, because like you're not always doing the same like this thing, whatever. So you're kind of like expanding your horizons.
Yes, I love playing different stuff. I've been in jazz combos.
Jazz is good.
I've been like I toyed around with a pop cover band for a hot second.
That's terrible.
So
You were cool up until right then.
I've been all over the place as far as different like styles of music, and it all makes me better.
Yeah, it does. It
Even-
really
yeah,
does.
like every
That's how
little bit.
when I would play, and I'm a horrible drummer. Rich will
Fuck
tell you.
yeah, she is.
Shut up, stupid. But when I practice, it's usually to like James Brown, some sort of funk,
Yes.
and or like even Cypress Hill, like shit that you wouldn't imagine me playing to. I have to because it's so cool. Jazz. I hands down have the most appreciation for the baddest jazz players. They can
You
make.
don't have to play in time though. You just fucking play whatever, and then eventually you kind of meet back.
Yeah, but it's all it's the flow, and it's just it's nice. It's
Look,
not
man,
easy.
you don't get it, man.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't
get
do
it,
enough
man.
heroin apparently.
I know. You better up that fucking shit.
No, you just mentioned James Brown. A big part of like my core style of the stuff I play is because of his drummer Clyde Stubblefield.
Okay, that's who it was.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
he had two drummers, and they were both excellent. But Clyde Stubblefield, particularly, he's the one that they say like made the most sampled beat ever. So like a lot of
Which one?
What was that? Because somebody was just talking about that the other day.
Hold on, let's
It's-
talk about it. Hold on, what's his
Actually,
name again?
wasn't he
Clyde Stubblefield.
They probably used.
Yeah,
it.
but the song is what though?
It's called Crazy Drummer.
That's not what somebody else told me the other day.
It's all the same beat though. That like
Okay.
famous beat, and it's like the basic like funk beat, like
Is it Funky Drummer?
funky drummer. Yeah.
All right, hold on.
See if we can find it. I don't think that's the beat.
All right, let's try a different one.
I thought there was like a rap song or like a funk song in the '70s that was covered like just crazily
Yeah,
by.
we're thinking about the same thing. I just can't
Okay.
put my finger on it, but it's like it's one of the most like common beats. I mean, it was used in a cartoon in the cartoon's theme song when I was a kid. It was called the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Love the
fami-
Powerpuff Girls.
And
I'm
that
familiar.
that theme.
No?
It could be in there.
Yeah.
This is a long song, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so it's just a portion of the song, like like
they
a
took-
breakdown, whatever,
They literally
or-
took 2 measures. Like whoever first sampled this song, they took like 2 measures
and just loop the shit
and
out
they
of it.
extended it, and then other people took it and they were like, all right, well, I'm going to accent this part and make this part louder and add an effect to it, and it's just become the most sampled beat ever. And a lot of the stuff I play, I mean, in one of the songs we play, one of Juan's songs, I play like an extremely funky beat. It's like very not metal at the very end, and I'm just like getting in there, squeezing a little of that influence in there.
I freaking a lot of your stuff you were playing towards the end of the set. It seemed like I'm expecting a snare hit, but you're not doing a snare hit. Like you're doing some off time stuff, dude.
Yeah, like some
I'm like,
syncopated.
I'm like, did he fuck up? Like, no, you kept doing it. I'm like, my mind was like, and then you were doing some off time stuff too. I'm like, what is going on over here, man?
Yeah, man. You
Is
just
it turning proggy? What's happening?
Dude, that's Juan's doing.
Dude,
man.
Lauren, this guy's set was so fucking good, man. You missed it.
been
You
here,
missed
guys.
it,
I'll have
man.
to watch it back.
A lot
Rich
of
was
stuff have
sweating.
to do with, like,
Sweating.
He
Juan's
was.
influence.
It was
Well,
weird.
I'm sick though too, so
Oh, gross. I hugged you.
Bro.
yeah. Well, now you have AIDS.
Yeah,
I
you
think
do.
that's
Again.
blindness you were talking about.
Huh, what's that?
I think that was blindness you were talking about.
yeah, it was
where-
blind.
Oh, the off time stuff.
Yeah, because
Oh,
blindness.
There's a
Yeah, well, there's a part where it's like all double kick, and then there's like a big crash part, and it's all double kick, and then in the middle, I start playing just on the hi hat, and then it's straight up funk. Like I'm just playing like the offbeat stuff. It's like syncopated like hits.
Yeah.
And it makes it. It's like it feels good, but at first you're like, huh?
It's
Like,
awkward.
Yeah, it catches you off at first, and then it just keeps happening, and you're like, oh, all right.
Oh, then we wonder why people look at you like,
I like that though. Like when, like, do you listen up between the Buried and Me
Yes.
when they cut off and they like
like,
just go
yes,
into
yes,
like
yes.
slow jams and then
That's-
they cut right back in and it's like fuck yes.
Yeah, so I saw them. They're another influence of mine. I saw them at St. Andrews.
Okay.
It was in like 2017, and Blake Richardson, the drummer, was just like on the street hanging out.
Nice.
And I
Like
recognized
a homeless
him.
guy.
Well, like, but for real, like he was just like nobody was around him. He was just like kind of walking around, like looking at Detroit. And I was like, dude, that's him. And I'm like, do I go up to him and be weird?
Like,
and I was
hey,
Yes, you did.
yeah,
and
be
I
weird.
did. I
me
sure
and Juan,
did.
Me and Juan wanted to be weird too. Who was it again, Juan? Who was it again? I can't
Oh, it
remember.
was Alex Webster. We weren't weird with him because he was like trying to do something, but we met Pat O'Brien and we're like, oh yeah, Pat O'Brien, and then like years later, Pat O'Brien will be in court for what was it, breaking and entering.
Oh Jesus!
And he burned the house down,
Oh yeah.
and like guns were going off.
Oh my God!
Jeez.
What?
I know. I wish we had talked to
There
him,
was like
man.
weapons charges, and they found 4 human skulls, but the 4
Oh
human
my God!
they were legal.
They were legal
They were the
skulls.
only legal thing in that house.
How is that? Hold on. Is there? That's made up. That can't even be
No.
real.
No, man.
4 legal skulls.
It was real Florida man.
Who the
shit,
hell's Pat
man.
O'Brien? I'm sorry.
From Cannibal Corpse, the guitarist.
Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, yeah,
From Cannibal Corpse. Even I know
I
about
like
that.
Public Enemy, so yeah.
I know, but
Yeah,
Sorry.
boy.
Rich is with me. Like, you see, these guys love that, and I couldn't tell you one song. I'm gonna be honest.
I just know who they are because that dude and
Yeah.
that and the story. I just but other
We
than
met
that,
him, and it was like, oh, he's such a nice guy. Years later,
oh my God!
breaks into the neighbor's house,
That
talking
was
about
wild.
Bible verses,
Hello, Clarice.
God.
Holy shit!
knife in hand, and then his house is burning down.
What the fuck?
Wow.
So he's got arson, breaking and entering, threatening with a deadly
And
weapon.
illegal weapons.
That's my kind of dude.
But the
Is
skulls
he-
are legal.
is
Yeah,
this-
the
the skulls are legal, boys.
That is-
We have a case. We can win.
Wait, so is this guy in prison now, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
can I write to him? He
Dear
sounds like
Pat.
my kind of dude.
He is tall.
Oh Jesus!
Perfect.
You make
Perfect.
bad choices, kid.
Always.
Yeah, I remember that show, man. Cannibal Corpse. That was probably like the one time I felt like I was gonna pass out.
My buddy showed me a video this morning. I've never seen this before. I don't know anything about Cannibal Corpse, to be honest with you. Apparently, it's who's the singer of the band?
Corpse
Corpse
Grinder.
Grinder.
He's on stage, and there's some security guards like in the front row. He's like, this next song is about shooting blood out your dick. And like the security guard's like, what the fuck did you say? Yeah, I don't know if I know if I've ever even heard Cannibal Corpse. to be
You've
honest
probably
with
heard
you.
Hammer Smash Face. Have you seen Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
I have, yeah.
You have heard Hammer Smash Face.
So that, they were
band?
the band in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was their old one, right?
That's
What,
really
Chris
old.
Barnes?
That's like
Barnes
25
was in
years.
that?
Yeah, Chris Barnes was the old singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you've heard Hammer Smash Face. That's like their big song.
I have
for
heard
an
that.
Old, for an old '90s death metal band, that's like their big song.
Okay.
Everyone knows.
Okay.
You know, but-
Oh man, the 90s. I miss the 90s.
dude, it's the '90s.
You guys were born in the
I think
90s.
We were.
Jim Carrey made Chris Barnes wins when he showed him the fire marshal bill. Hey, how you doing?
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, don't do that.
But yeah, we've had there's a lot of influences we've had as a band. You know that I've always told people, like, you know, I always liked how different we are, and then we mesh together, and the fact that people dig it and like can appreciate it is really nice. Because I'm like, I write music for me, I write music for us, like just to like enjoy. You know, like I take real pride in my work, so I'm just like, yeah, I want to write a song that I really would like. And the fact that people like dig it, even if it's just one person in the crowd, like, hey, there's Rich right there, and he's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, this shit rules.
Dude,
I'm
I tell you what,
yeah,
He's got a
yeah.
boner.
Dude, watching your guys' set, you guys do not skip a beat. You're song to song. You're very disciplined. You guys are all amazing freaking musicians, dude. You're probably one of the best bands that's been over here. I'm not.
Told ya.
I'm not even like stroking you, man. Like I'm being for real.
You've had a lot of people here too, man.
I know,
I haven't
That's
seen Rich
awfully nice.
react like he did today. and
dude.
I
You
was
guys
like,
are
what the fuck is
fucking
wrong?
awesome, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. You guys are fucking killer.
We
I did-
appreciate it. We
I always tell
appreciate
people, I'm like, that's the rhythm sections. All right, I do okay. I
No.
I yell at the mic.
No,
and
bullshit.
Don't
and
be
I play-
modest.
No, fuck that, dude. You're all collectively fucking amazing today, man.
We do
Well,
make-
today. I can't speak for next week or tomorrow or yesterday.
I guess we'll see you next time on Detroit State of Mind. TFN 2 Electric Boogaloo.
And he said, "See you next time."
That means cunt.
Boom.
Say booms? Nah,
Yes. Yes, that
whatever.
did.
All right, so let's get these guys out of here.
All right.
Is there anything you guys want to plug coming up? Obviously, we already talked about some shows, whatever. But like tail end, anything.
Oh, yeah, like I said, we have our release show. We're going to be playing the whole album in 2 covers. May 10th at Job Stoppers in Detroit. It's all ages, $10.
Why have I never heard of
BYOB.
that place?
It's a tattoo shop.
Okay.
But you should come. You guys, all of you should come, honestly. It's
Do we get backstage passes?
No. Well, it's a
So
basement.
that's bullshit.
It's a basement, bro. Just
just walk in.
walk in, pay $10 and go down to the basement. You won't die, I promise.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
Why did you?
I've done some
that?
shady shit.
Why did you mention that?
I've done shady shit, dude.
But yeah, we'll be playing May 10th at Job Stoppers, and like I said, our little weekend of nightmares, May 30th at the Regal Beagle in Ipsy, and May 31st at the Sanctuary. And then more to come, because we're going to be pretty busy this year.
Hell
Hopefully
yeah,
trying
man.
to push it.
Awesome.
That May 31st show, I'll be playing in 2 bands that night.
Oh yeah, Regal's going to be playing triple time, man.
Oh,
Because May
nice.
30th, he's playing drums
So
with
someone's
us.
double dipping on the door.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Lions boy over here, double dipping.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so are you playing like the Lions thing? Like is it every Sunday, like home game, whatever?
It's every home game.
Okay.
Yep,
So
yeah.
do you get paid for that?
Yeah, actually pretty well.
Nice.
How much you get paid?
No, don't say it. Don't
I
say
don't
it.
care.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's worth it.
You didn't answer the question.
You can't disclose it due to the Fords.
Can you disclose it?
You
Are you going to make people mad?
I'm just
I'm
curious.
just gonna tread carefully. I'm gonna.
So it's nice. It's a nice
my
payday.
bosses are they can be a bit picky on the things I say in public.
Good.
So.
Good. Okay. All right.
We'll
Rich,
see.
don't get him fired, Rich. God
Sorry.
damn it.
I'm just curious if doing drumline is more lucrative than my full-time job.
Yes.
He's working 1 day a week, making my salary. I'm like, I'll pick up fucking drums,
Yeah,
man.
you have to think it's sort of like a seasonal thing. I do
Right.
do stuff throughout the year, but it is more seasonal. Last year was really good because we had the draft in Detroit,
Oh yeah,
so I made some really good money.
Who's that little kid? Like, hey, what's up, brother?
Oh my goodness!
What, a sketch?
Dude, yeah, he was there. That guy's weird.
Must be the name.
No, that's cool. You do that though, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
It's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But yeah, make sure to catch Snuggle Buns and us May 31st at the Sanctuary.
The Formal Nightmare.
And then I did mention I do have a small podcast. I do
Oh,
with my
yeah. I'm
sister.
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, plug that shit, dude.
Yeah, we're called the Rambling Riveras, and you can find us on Spotify. Like I said, it's just me and my sister, slice of life shit. Which is our most recent episode. We talked about concerts. So if you want to give that a listen,
Nice.
We just talk about like the big concerts we've been to, the bands we've seen, and the music we like, and how important it is. And you're just back and forth between two siblings that they can't stop laughing.
You
Perfect.
guys ever argue?
the whole show.
We don't argue. My sister.
You need to for
my
ratings,
sister's
man.
my sister's very headstrong though, so I try to be kind of laid back. But she'll be like, "Oh, well, hold on, motherfucker."
Yeah. Oh, so
Like,
she'll fuck you up then,
And I'll be like, "Hey, man, okay."
dude. Shoot me a link to that. And I'll put that in the podcast link here
Sure,
too, man.
I will.
Awesome.
Hell
I
yeah,
still
man.
I still gotta make a playlist for you, man. I gotta
Yeah.
get you on all that, man. You gotta know City Pleasure, Shitfucker, Rubens apparently from Japan.
All right, I'm getting on these drums now.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus.
Oh, yes.
All right.
All right, but yeah, thanks for having us.
Actually, thank you guys so much, man. You guys are fucking killer. And yeah, you guys will be on YouTube probably tomorrow, might be Tuesday.
Cool.
Depending on who's editing.
We'll be sure to plug it and put it on our link tree so people can click on it. So,
I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are fucking awesome.
yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you guys.
All right.
And scene.